Happy birthday! Alice gives Bella a key for her birthday, and then drags her through the forest so that Bella can find out the key actually goes to a cottage that we've created for Edward and Bella to live in so they can be alone since they're both vampires now.
I think it's on the grounds of the main house. It's a sweet little country cottage.
Starter home, but really, really cute and charming, and everything's, it's sort of made to look old-fashioned.
I think it's perfect. It's the storybook cottage. It's a little dream cottage.
We've been living in this cottage in Baton Rouge on the soundstage. And then we got to Vancouver, and you go out into the woods one day, and there it is, the outside of it.
Fun!
We had the entire facade sent up to Vancouver and placed into the forest.
It's like a fairy tale, and it's exactly how you would imagine if you weren't human and you would drop your house in the middle of away from prying eyes.
This is one of those things, like The Wedding. Richard Sherman had a similar challenge here, I think, dealing with fans and fans' expectation.
The fans that have been reading these stories for so many years, I think will like it a lot because it's very evocative of what's in the book.
And you walk in and it's like the fabrics and the couches and the shoes and everything. It's just, he's really has a beautiful vision and an elegant vision for sort of what those things. And I think really channels Alice's point of view,
Clearly.
They go into the closet that Alice has created with all these clothes that Alice, which is not Bella at all. She's like jeans and t-shirts, but Alice is trying to sort of mold her into perhaps something more like herself.
So, what I like is the smallness of it. I love the fact that when they get into that bedroom, it's all about the bed. It's sort of, it's bed and fire and there's not much room to do anything else in there, and that's kind of the point. The love scene in this movie was easier to shoot than the first one.
The first one with newness, discovery, awkwardness, a lack of surety, but then to have the counterpoint to that be something that's so effortless and perfect, was really nice.
It was, I always kind of conceived as something in extreme close-up, that it was just going to be images of connection.
These two souls are connecting for the first time as equals, which is, a huge part of any love story, and this is where they've finally arrived at that point in their journey.
The idea is that thing where you get taken to kind of some more abstract place where it's just you're in a state of bliss or something, and that's what we were trying to suggest with the imagery.
We put a little bit of warm, light, kind of out-of-focus fire behind and really, in a subtle way, suggest the passion.
Just that sense of being in a more abstract dream state.
Bella comes into her own in so many ways and just have everything in her life working out so perfectly. That's the fantasy.
Here we go. Quietly, folks.
Charlie's a really normal guy. He's Joe Schmo in the best way. He's incredibly protective and, at the same time, much happier living in blissful ignorance.
Jacob finds out that everybody, including Bella, is gonna leave.
Jacob makes the decision, I have to tell Charlie. Now, you can't tell Charlie that they're vampires, but what he can do is show Charlie what he is.
Jacob charges straight to Charlie's house to basically show Charlie something that he's never seen before. Wait. There's something you need to see first.
I need to see Bella. It just so happens that the way it comes about is Jacob reveals himself as a wolf in front of Charlie's eyes.
This is the first time Charlie learns anything about any of this supernatural stuff going on. It was a really funny scene to shoot. Billy Burke is hilarious. So that was a hard scene to keep a straight face.
That's what it looks like.
Wolves usually phase in a moment of rage, and they get incredibly warm. Jacob has to kind of transform for Charlie as a demonstration. It's not coming from anything emotional. So Phil had always wanted to do this sort of thing that to show this incredibly quick rise of body temperature as steam coming off of them. So that's an example of like a detail that had never been attempted before.
Why do you feel that way? Because we'll be here in 10 minutes.
What?
So irritate your eyes.
Once Bella and Edward learned that I broke the news to Charlie, they're not very happy with me.
Charlie's coming round to the house, and the Collins are frantically teaching her how to behave as ostensibly as Bella would be behaving, but they can't really get it done that quickly, so they sort of say just generic human movements.
In the book, there's some, the other Collins give her some instruction, but Bill Condon, he really wanted to take it further. He wanted to go, have them really school her and do these like fast lessons, and her just not getting it.
And don't sit so straight. Humans don't do that.
And it was so awkward because the Cullens don't really do a great job at appearing human. They're always like trying to fit in, and they don't quite fit in. So they think they're experts at it, and I thought it was really funny. We had a good time in that scene.
Not sure she is a newborn.
Belle and Emmett have always had this big brother, little sister. He's huge and strong, and she's this little human being that he can tease and make fun of, and then she becomes a vampire. And the fact that she is stronger than him is so much fun.
You hurt yourself, Emmett.
I gotta say, I was really looking forward to doing the arm wrestling scene with Bella. More than just it being one of the big moments for my character, and the fans were really looking forward to it. It's also one of those great things where having all the cast come together. It's a big family reunion whenever we get to shoot, but it's really nice to have us all in the same scene.
There's the stuff she does after she wins and breaks the rock where she says, "Did you see that? It's pure crystal."
Whoa, did you see that?
And I left it in because it was sort of just to make sure that it wasn't this character that was so different from the part that she created and from her.